This experiment will require some parts. First part is the breadboard. This is where we're going to put all our components. The next is what's called a resistor. This what basically controls the flow of the electricity. Next is the LED, basically converts electricity into light. But we need to make sure that the voltage going into this step down using the resistor. Because without the resistor, this little guy would blow up. A resistor is just like this faucet knob. You see, the higher the resistance, the lower the current flow. And if the resistor is high enough, there is no current flowing whatsoever. So that would mean if we make the resistor too high, the LED will not light up. However, if we make the resistor too small, then the current will be very strong and it might burn out the LED. Next, we're going to need two wires, preferably red and black. We're going to need the power supply. This board, it does many things, one of which is provide power to our circuit. It will provide 5 volts. And finally, we're going to use a DMM. DMM stands for Digital Multimeter. This is a standard tool for many electronic projects. It basically allows us to measure voltage, measure resistance, measure current. In this exercise, we will be measuring voltage with the DMM. Before we start, we have to make sure that the power is off. Whatever power supply you use, anytime you use power voltage, you have to make sure that it is off. I've turned it off using the switch, so now our module is off. Also, we're going to use the breadboard. A through E, they're connected by horizontal. These rows, which do not have letters associated with, these 2 rows on this side and these 2 rows on this side, they're connected vertically. Let's begin by hooking up the red wire to our voltage source, which is 5 volts. This is where we're going to get 5 volts. And we're going to connect it to this row right here, which is called our power plane or our power row. So all the points down this row will now contain 5 volts when I turn my power supply on. Voltage needs to flow from a high to a low. So now we're going to hook up the low of our power supply to this row, and this will be called the ground plane or the ground row. So to verify this, let's just quickly use our DMM and see what voltage there is. As you can see, the voltage is 0. Now I'm going to turn on the voltage, and we're going to observe to see what the voltage is after I apply it. Same thing, red to red, black to black. As you can see, the voltage is about 5 volts. Now let's connect our resistor, attach it to our power plane or power row. See how I hook it up to the point next to it. It doesn't have to be next to it. It could be here, here, or anywhere down the row. And then we're going to hook it up to any one of these guys. Then next we're going to take the diode. So as you can see, I connected the diode end to the same place where the resistor is connected to. Now they're connected because all the points on this row are tied together. Horizontally they are tied together. The other end of the diode goes to the ground. So as you can see, the voltage goes from here through the resistor, which basically controls the flow of the electricity through the diode to this ground row, the ground plane. So now, as you can see, the circuit is complete. Next, we're going to turn on the power supply, like so, and voila, we have the LED turning on.